Hey everybody, how's it going today? I wanted to do a quick run through on a skill damage build that I recently put together. Seems to be working pretty good for a lot of things. I love the damage output. So yeah, let's get into it. First thing, we'll talk about the specialist. You can use one of the other, either the demolitionist or the technician. I currently have the technician on, trying to fill in some of the voids. But if you do use the technician, the important piece here is this extra skill damage that you get. EMP grenades are fantastic as well. One skill tier gives some options on the build if you find the right pieces. We'll talk about that in a minute. And some other things. Now, part of the build is actually based around explosive damage. So, the demolitionist always is going to be a good option in that. You get increased explosive damage, just a whole bunch of good stuff there. So really, it's kind of your choice on which one of those two you run. I do like the technician for the flexibility that it potentially offers. Let's get into the build here. So the guns that I'm using: Surge. It's a rifle. It comes with perfect spike, that 25% skill damage on a headshot for 8 seconds. Pretty invaluable. And then as my secondary, I'm running the send-off to get that perfectly rooted. While equipped and in cover, all skill damage and healing increase by 30% for 15 seconds. The send-off is a gun that you craft, so you can roll that over as many times as is necessary to get a good roll. Plus it's good as enemies close in on you. Now if you don't have the Surge, which it is available out of the season progress track, you could also use a different rifle. I do recommend a rifle with the talent spike on it. This MDR is what I was using before. Very good gun. Just something that you can get some good accuracy and spam out headshots to constantly boost your skill damage. For my secondary, it really kind of doesn't matter. You can stick whatever you feel is reasonable on there. I'm just using this double-barreled sawed-off. It's got ignited on it. Alright, so the build itself then is 2-piece China Light, 2-piece Hana U, a Wyvern, and then I'll talk to you about this holster when we get there. So the whole theory behind all of this, the 2-piece China Light gives you explosive damage and skill haste. You want to build as much skill damage and skill haste into this build as possible. So I rolled skill damage on, had skill haste come decent, plus skill haste mod. On the chest then, it's my only piece of Wyvern wear for the 10% skill damage. Now this is not the best piece that I could have. I'm looking to replace it, but 8% skill haste. I rolled skill damage on, got a skill haste mod. I am using glass cannon here instead of skilled. The damage that you deal amplified by 25%. That applies to skills too. It's not just to weapons, so that's big there. All damage you take is amplified by 50. So you're already squishy, but you should theoretically be staying in cover for the most part, so you can avoid some of that damage. For the backpack, I'm using the Force Multiplier. It's my first piece of Hana U, so 10% skill haste. I rolled skill damage on, came with skill haste. I haven't put an offensive mod in there. I'm not really using offensive mod stuff, but a good one that you could stick in, if I have one here, would be headshot damage. Just because you will be proccing spike over and over again. Now, the Force Multiplier, shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 30% for 30 seconds. So you're getting another boost there. Some other pieces that could be used in that slot. We've got things down here like perfect tech support. That's a good one. Skills increase total skill, or skill kills increase total skill damage by 25%. The only problem is that only comes on an Alp summit, so you're gonna have to lose something and you'll gain repair skills. That's why I'm not favoring it here. The percussive maintenance, it's a good bag. Strategic alignment is another option that you could use. That would be something where you could swap out maybe the knees for a China Light backpack, put a Hany-U knee pad on. Comes with perfect shock and awe. Applying a status effect to an enemy increases skill damage and repair by 20%. So that's another one that's not a terrible option there either. Onto the gloves. The gloves are my second piece of Hany-U that has skill damage on it. I also had skill damage that I rolled on, and it came with status effects. Now, I wouldn't mind changing these gloves up, getting rid of status effects, and instead having skill haste in place, but these are working alright for now. And at the bottom here, we've got our second piece of China Light, and it's on my knee pads. That gives skill haste. They came with skill damage, and I rolled skill haste on top. So the last piece that we'll look at is this improvised holster. This is a holster that you'll craft. I really kind of debated what to do here, and I've been playing with this and I like it so far. It doesn't come with a brand set bonus, but because of that it comes with a mod slot, and that mod slot happens to be an electronics mod slot. So I was able to craft one out with skill damage on it, rolled skill haste on, and put skill haste into the mod slot. Just kind of adds an additional yellow to the build. As far as the skills go, the main skill that we'll be using is this sniper turret. Now, we're at tier 6 skill tier. So the sniper turret, it's hitting at a base of 2.5 million damage. That's before anything's procced. It carries 16 rounds in it. Beautiful gun. I don't have very good mods for it yet. I'm still looking for some of those. But I put in skill haste. Theoretically, a damage mod would go in that hole there, and then an extra ammo shot out of that, although that could be rotated out if you find a damage or skill haste mod there too. Cooldown on this guy is 9.1 seconds. For the second skill, you can kind of rotate that to fit the situation that you're in. I do run these seeker mines quite often. They're hitting 2.6 million damage a piece. I've got 10 of them that go out. Cooldown's 24 seconds, so you got a little bit of weight in there, but they do some good damage when you do get them out. Another one that I like to run is this Stinger Hive. With everything in place, the Stinger Hive will have 18 charges. Refill speed 1 every 2.5 seconds, just a little over, and it implies a lot of good bleed damage to the build, to people as they come out. You know, since you're at 6 skill tier, you can run a lot of these different skills that put out mass damage. The drone, the striker drone, would be a good option. Even this explosive seeker mine is going to do a lot of damage too. So it's really kind of up to you on that second one, but the whole build is centered around the sniper turret. Quick showing of what the sniper turret is capable of as you start to proc everything. Sorry for the setup time here. Alright, so step out of cover, back in, headshot, shot. Hitting for 4.7 million damage there, 3.6 base. Again, just a headshot. And you're hitting almost 5 million a shot again. So in the heat of battle, you're going to be spamming a lot of these headshots. It's not hard to get them and do what you need to do to be able to make this turret hit just as hard as you possibly can. So, alright guys, that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section down below. Have a good day.